Carlton Banks and Kovac. Ball. Back. Carlton Banks. Carlton Banks. I'm filming you. This is people watching us film. Jesus, Mary and Joseph there. Hi. Hey, what's up? What's going on? We're filming here. That's what I love about high school girls. I keep getting older, they stay the same age. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Hi.
No. But yeah, that's great.
Be normal.
It's just right across the
Wait, you took Italian too?
No. You took Chinese.
Nice. Chinese.
Trying to finish that.
What do you remember from learning Chinese?
That's supposed to look really scary in the camera.
Damn, he remembers his stuff.
What does that mean?
What's your name? Or what do you call yourself?
All right.
Come into camp.
No, he's 7.
Wait, I'm translating.
Yo, what up, Nyakas? It's your boy Philochko here. And today I want to talk a little bit about when I was filming the TV show Gossip Girl. There's a lot of things behind the scenes about Gossip Girl that people don't know, and I'm going to give it. And I'm going to try to speak clearly in this video because I think my Russian viewers and my American viewers will want to see this one, so I'm going to try to speak a little bit clearly and not try to throw everybody off and say words that maybe some people don't understand, and I'll try to speak as slow as possible. Alright, so if you watch About Me and Spider-Man, you understand the basic history of me being an actor, how I got there and how long it took me, blah, 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 and stuff like that. Now let me get to Gossip Girl. The instant I joined the Screen Actors Guild as a professional actor, they called me 3 days later to do Gossip Girl. It was instant. Instantly. As soon as I got my Screen Actors Guild card, I was a certified, legitimate professional. They called me for Gossip Girl. They wasted no time to put me on that show. Now, when I was doing Gossip Girl the first thing I did was play basketball. I was playing basketball with 10 other black people. It was in a pilot episode, the first episode of Gossip Girl ever. There's a scene, and I don't remember the scene too much, but there's a scene where they're walking around and you can look in the background and see people playing basketball. I'm one of them. There was 5 black guys, 1 white guy. I was one of the black guys playing basketball. And that day was interesting, but let me give you some behind the scenes. Gossip Girl, when it first started, I think they didn't expect to do well. They didn't expect to do well at all. They really, really didn't. Why? Because they paid less. They paid background actors. I don't know about the stars and stuff, but for everyone else, background actors and all that stuff, professional and not professional, they paid such a low amount generally. For the professional background actors, they paid a very low amount, much lower than what we usually got on other shows. And this was because they didn't expect to make much. Interestingly enough, even when they started to make good money, they kept it that way. Kind of messed up. I don't know if it's still like that with Gossip Girl. I don't think they're filming anymore, but it's messed up. I think they went almost at least half of their whole time filming that whole entire series or whatever, all the seasons, they underpaid their background actors, which is messed up in my opinion. Chris Rock did it too with Everybody Hates Chris. That was in Los Angeles, but he was underpaying his background as well. It's kind of messed up, Chris, but I'll get to that later. But what was good, at least what I know was really good about Gossip Girl, if you did background on Gossip Girl, if you were non-union, they gave you a waiver every day you worked. Now, I explained the waiver thing to people. If you want to become a professional actor, you have to get at least 3 waivers. Then once you get those waivers, you're able to pay and join the Screen Actors Guild. You can't just join the Screen Actors Guild one day I want to be a professional, I have money, let me go join. No, you have to get qualifications. Your 3 waivers from acting in movies or television shows or commercials. And then from there, you could pay the money. But what was interesting was, Every day, these non-union kids they were hiring, like 18 and 19-year-olds, to film this TV show, they got waivers every day. So they're literally kids with like 20 waivers, 10 waivers, 15 waivers. Like so many waivers, they don't know what to do with it. And even that, not only that, I'm not trying to always include race, but it was only white kids getting this. But it's Gossip Girl, so what are you gonna do? But it just kind of sucked that there was only white kids getting it, because like a lot of black kids were trying to, get this stuff too. They couldn't go to Gossip Girl. At first, I was the only one. So none of those non-union black kids were allowed to come to the show, get their waivers, and be professional. But I just know there was a bunch of white kids with no acting experience, who knew nothing about the business, who just started out fresh from Gossip Girl, just like first thing they ever did, and within a week they qualified to be professionals because Gossip Girl hired them. I think the way the people on Gossip Girl hired was about looks. They had a lot of cute girls on the set. There was always a lot of cute, sexy model girls on the set. And a lot of these people already had money. Like in real life, they had money. Like they were really hiring people from like New Jersey, Long Island that come from money. They were really trying to get this right. I don't know how they think I had money. I don't know where they get that from. Well, at that time, all right, I did have some, but still, my dad, I mean. But still, they'll only get people with money. But like all the other black kids, stuff I hung out with, when they were struggling and stuff, blah, 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 Gossip Girl never called any of them to give them those waivers that fast. It was only these white kids with money. So it's kind of like, and then I felt a little guilty because if I wasn't there, maybe they would have called some non-union black guy. He could have worked my days and got waivers. I wasn't getting waivers because I was already a professional already. The only people who get waivers are non-professionals who do something a professional should be doing. And that's what all of them were getting. They were all getting those waivers like that. So the average person who worked on Gossip Girl, who was non-union, wealthy white kid, got their waivers were qualified to join the Screen Actors Guild within their first week. On average, it takes some people years to get those waivers. Years, people, in their first week. But now I digress, so keep going. Now, after they called me, I guess they had to pick between the 6 basketball players that day. And all of us basketball players, on the first day, we were all union, so none of us got waivers. It's like they just didn't want to give waivers out to niggas. That's what it seemed like to me. I'm going to just say it. They didn't want to do that, and they didn't do it. They only hired professional black people, non-professional white people, and let them get the waivers so more of them could join the union. That's what it looked like to me. Fuck it, I don't work for them anymore. Don't give a shit. To move on. Now, they called me back to be a constant student on the show. I guess they wanted to show there were some black people. And the image that you see is from the episode in which I first did it, but the first time they decided to put me in front of the camera to show that there's black kids in the school. Like, this is how they speak. One thing you gotta realize, there's 2 reasons why I'm so insensitive to this race shit. There's 2 reasons. 1, because I'm an actor, and 2, because I'm in Russia. Being an actor, you will hear things like, you're not black enough, sorry. We need someone who's whiter than you, or do you know how to act stereotypically black, or we need some Mexican looking people. If you're not Mexican, whatever, we need somebody who looks Mexican. We need somebody who looks like a stereotypically dirty Mexican. They will say these things, and if you get mad, who gives a fuck? Because you know why? That's their job. They have to be specific about what they want. So if they say, oh, we don't want black people in this movie, we don't want black people for this. This is based on a white neighborhood. You got to eat it. We don't want white people on this. We don't want black people. You got to eat it. You can't say, oh, they're discriminating. They can, because it's their creativity. They're creating something that they're trying to make look like something. They don't want black people in their neighborhood. They don't have to have black people there. That's where I stop being sensitive. So they can say something like, oh, sorry, you're too dark for this. We're not looking for someone so dark. You got to eat it, homie. If you're going to cry and try to scream discrimination, you're going to look like an idiot. They don't have to hire your dark ass. They don't have to. It's just how it is. Now, I've heard some people try to complain, some actors try to complain, but once I was a professional, I tried to give my advice to other people. And the first thing I tell those people is, yeah, you need to, if you're sensitive about that shit, you need to get out of here. If they think you're too big for something and you get sensitive, you need to get out of here. That's not how acting works. Acting is very competitive, especially in New York City. It's very competitive, extremely competitive. And they don't have time for your sensitivity. Now, of course, when it's beyond the acting, they have to respect you as a person. So like if you're having a personal conversation, it's not like they can say something like, oh, why are you so dark or something. Then that's when you can sue. But when it comes to like you at an audition and they're looking at you, and even if they want you to jump to see if your boobs move, that's all part of the fucking business. If you want to be a cheerleader, they got to see you're sexy and make sure your stuff is real. So I'm like, can you jump for us? You have to fucking do it. If you don't want to do it, get out the business if you're sensitive. I just had to throw that in there because I've heard so many people complain about the stupidest shit. And I'm like, what are you complaining about? That's what this business is based around. It's not based around being sensitive. It's based on getting the best person for the job. And these people don't have time to be so nice to you. They're always in a hurry. The business is always in a hurry. Time is money. They're always, come on. They're always moving. They don't have time to think too wisely when it deals with the business. So I'm not talking about personal shit like if you saw a director on the street, it's like, oh, you're this. No, I'm talking about when they're working, when he's picking somebody, when he wants to put one person in front of the camera, one person behind the camera. I heard things like, get the fat girl away from the front of the camera. I heard a director say that when he's like, get the fat girl away from the foreground, put her in the background. That's how it works. If you don't like it, too fucking bad. That's just how it is. So back to this. They put me in the front, and they told me, you know, they want to show that there were some black people at the school, me. And I remember that day was interesting because the star that I was talking to, he asked me for weed. Now, I didn't see it as racist because maybe he asked a lot of people for weed, but I just know the first words that ever came out of his mouth to me was, yo, you got some stuff on you. Do you know where I could get some? Just like that. And I'm like, nah, man, I don't do that. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, really. He's like, oh. And he was like upset because he thought I would have weed. I swear to you. That's the first thing that dude ever said to me. I think his character name is Chase or whatever. First thing he ever said, and I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just doing my thing, get my bread, and get out of here without getting mad at some rich white dude, all right? So as we filmed it, you know, it was nothing special about the filming. I mean, it was my first time being focused on by the camera. That was interesting, but I've been doing background work and stuff so long, the camera no longer fazed me. I think I did an interview. I might put it on this channel about the first time I had a camera in front of me, how nervous I got. I was doing Law and Order. But after that, I didn't get nervous anymore. I wasn't nervous. I was like, whatever, it is what it is. And I did my shit. I did it well. They liked it. They kept the line in there. Like, yo, forget it, man. This is my first line on TV. I was like, yo, forget it, man. And they kept it in there. And after that, it was pretty cool because, you know, some girls saw me talking and stuff. And then girls were outside. Young girls, not like adult girls or anyone I could talk to. They're like 15, 14. I was like 19 or 20. Like, oh my God, you know Chase, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, I know Chase. Here, autograph. You know, it's kind of my first time getting some like real attention. I didn't really dive on it or anything. I didn't really care about it, but it was just a little interesting for me. And let me go to the wardrobe of Gossip Girl. First of all, the tie I wore with my outfit, the tie by itself, just the tie, the uniform I wore every day I went to work, was $250. A lot of money. That tie cost 3 days of work doing background work with them. I can work for them 3 full days, less than 8 hours though, but 3 7-hour days with them, and only be able to afford a tie. One of their ties. So you can imagine how much the suit cost and the shoes. I mean, that stuff was expensive. If that's what we're wearing as background, I can't imagine how much the clothes cost the stars were wearing. And they were paying us so little bit, but they made up for it by giving a lot of waivers to these white kids. They did. So, what do I remember specifically to mention now? It was fun, man. It was fun. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I gotta mention this. Oh my God. There's a lot of gay people in the acting world. There's a lot of gay people in the acting world. If you're really homophobic, whatever you call it, don't get into acting. You're wasting your time. There's a lot of homosexuality in the acting world, from the bottom all the way to the top. There's a lot of it. And a lot of men are gay in the business, so just like the way they are with women, sometimes they're a little wild with men. I've felt violated at certain times, and it's usually not the flamboyant gay guys who kind of violate you. It's usually the ones who you can't tell to come out and say some shit that makes you want to smack them. For example, I was on set one time with this guy. I didn't know he was gay. I didn't pay him any attention. I didn't give a fuck. He just seemed like, you know, normal straight dude. That's what he seemed like. So we're at wardrobe, whatever. I'm putting on my shoes. He's like, damn, what size are you? I'm like, 13. And then he's like, 13? I can only imagine. And then he like looks me up and down. Now my reaction to it was just turn around and keep walking because I'm working. I'm on the clock. If I fuck around and argue with this guy or slap him or something, I'm gonna lose my Screen Actors Guild card. This wasn't after work. This was during work. So I'm just like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna just split. But at the same time, I can't blame him because a lot of guys on set are secretly gay. There's a lot of secretly gay people, or gay people just don't show it, and then gay people who are flamboyant in general. So I'll give another example. I had a homie, and he would still be my homie, but I think he stopped acting or something. He went back to boxing. This is like a 6'5", real smooth black dude, dark skin. Mad girls like this guy. I mean, girls were all over this guy. I gotta find him, put a picture of him. It's like he was probably one of the most attractive, dark-skinned dudes I've ever seen. You know, dude was just mad attractive, and he was physically fit, all this stuff. He was doing Law and Order. He was doing real well. And he was always talking to girls, always this and that. And I called him my big brother because he helped put me onto the acting game. And I was like, damn, man, you know, I'm trying to be like you one day, you know. And he's the reason why I had muscles back then. I wanted to be like him. I'm like, damn, bro, in this acting game, you killing it. So I known this dude for like 3.5 years. And one day, we were just alone. And he goes, you know what, Phil? I don't know if you care because you seem like a cool dude. But I'm in the closet. I'm gay. I haven't told anybody. You're one of the first people outside of my family that I told. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even surprised anymore. And he says to me, he goes, you shouldn't be surprised. Because if you knew how many people in this business were actually gay, you'd leave. You'd leave. Even for a person who's tolerant of gays. If he basically said, if I knew how many people were gay in the business that weren't saying it, I'd leave. That's what he said. But you know what? I expect it. I think it's 50-50. There's a lot of, because think about it. In order to be an actor, a lot of actors go hard. What do? They dance, they sing, they eat healthy, take care of themselves and all this stuff. And I'm not saying it's gay to be an actor, but it's very, very, very common to be a homosexual in the acting field among men. Extremely common. And now I'm going to get to why I'm mentioning this. We were filming Gossip Girl in the mansion, in a real mansion. So we're filming it, whatever, it's a long day. We were like there for 12 hours. Then I remember hearing ruckus, people screaming, people yelling. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on? La 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 la, what the hell's going on? Right? So I fucking look and I see 2 guys being kicked out. They're being kicked out. And then I hear laughing, talking, and I go to one person, I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? They were caught, one guy was caught doing things to another guy in a closet. Literally in a closet, not figuratively in the closet, literally in the closet. Dude got caught giving dome to another dude in a closet on the set of Gossip Girl. Good thing he didn't get nothing on this expensive ass suit. But he was caught giving dome to another dude in a closet. That's when I started thinking, this business is kind of gay. You know, it's just, and I mean, not saying everybody does that or anything like that, but that was just like, wow. Just wow, you couldn't wait till the set is over? You couldn't wait, homie? You just couldn't? And I remember also, this is behind the scenes one more time. When I was filming the movie, oh no, did I talk about that yet? Yeah, I did talk about it. When I was filming the movie, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, we were all playing kind of like gay people. It was a gay club, gay band, and there was some real life gay shit going on in the trailer. I remember that. I wasn't there. I just saw the trailer rocking and heard what happened. So there's a lot of gay shit going on, acting, field, all right? And no homo, your boy Fluchko, I'm not gay or anything, bisexual, none of that, but I'm just letting y'all know. You better be gay friendly. It better not bother you, because if you're trying to be an actor and you hate gay people, you're in the wrong field. Dead ass. Ask any actor who's in the business. Ask any actor with a Screen Actors Guild card. They'll tell you there's a lot. And that's basically it, people. I think I rambled on. I went to somewhere else, but Gossip Girl was fun, man. And I'm out. Later.